Um, check. 1, 2. Check, check. Mm-mm.
I became exactly what I wanted to. I became a millionaire at 22. Telling girls I love them and they love me too. Ooh. I don't question if they mean it cause I know they do. Started being me when I realized it was okay too. Middle school bumping Waka Flocka, all they do. First album and I know just how it's gonna debut. Track 3 is why I tell her we gon' rendezvous. I'm signed to the gatekeepers. Don't believe the gossip cause it ain't true. Half of the dreams I had already came true. And they never told me anything I couldn't do. I got a mirror in my room I like to look into. At 17 I never thought that I would look this cute. Classmates can't believe the place I took it to. If I didn't rap then I would be a good masseuse. Fun fact, but it's a hidden talent cause she rubbing my back. All these different cities I'm becoming sidetracked. She leaving my hotel wearing something I packed. My wardrobe spread across a whole map. Jay Wise used to book me for the open mics. Kills me when they act like this was overnight. Like we didn't do a tour in a tiny van.
All right, we're going to get started here in just a minute. I'm going to give people just another second to show up because I actually started the stream a little late.
If I told the truth to her, I know she'd be tore up. They love it when I rap and I don't even put a chorus. Turkey on ciabatta from the deli, shot to Moras. 30 grand to show up, we might as well pour up. Fake handshakes, we know you ain't going for us. Ooh, it's something about your aura, I know. On the face of my city, co-signed by Diddy. Hard liquor, I'm shitty. Hotel with some biddy. Gotta doing my bidding. You changed, no kidding. Wasn't always this pretty. Runway me, I'm fitting. Fourth quarter. First name, last name, date of birth. Make a bad bitch sign paperwork. Once the ink dries, can't say a word. Just another day of work. Keep the even though I love you, you should say it first. She in med school, I wanna date a nurse. I know you've been hurt, I don't wanna make it worse, but I know that I'm liable to make it worse, yo. Oh my, she's so fly. 9 to 5, but she wanna be somebody. I can tell you need somebody. Put that thing on me, cause I need somebody. Girl, I'm at the 21 seat, come find me. I want you to be the one I keep beside me. Baby, don't stop, can you keep massaging? I know that you probably think I keep some thotties. But that's besides the point. Got the windows tinted, can't find you, boy. Lock it down, have the hours at a private joint. They treat me different in the city, I'm the pride and joy. Got a couple old flames that I'm trying to avoid. Got a couple things with me she ain't tried before. But what you waiting on?
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hope y'all are doing well. As I mentioned today, we are going to be doing a graded activity during class. So if you have any friends that aren't here that are also part of this class, please hit them up via text or whatever and let them know today we're doing a graded activity and they should show up. All right. First, a few announcements. Again, nice job on user studies. You know, I liked what I saw there. It's really good to get your app out into the hands of users and then get feedback. And hold on a sec. Some people still having trouble getting connected. I was a little late starting today. Sorry about that. Time got away from me. All right, so nice job on the user studies. It's really good to get your app into other people's hands. That's really how you learn about what works and what doesn't work. You see people that you know, like your friends that are probably smart people and probably used a lot of apps. And then they look at your app and they're like, yeah, I don't know what that number stands for. Or I don't know what that's supposed to do. Or what am I supposed to push? And you realize that, your design is flawed in some way, and then you can fix it. Remember, a new batch of user studies is due at the end of this week. We're doing one per group member. I've updated the text in the assignment to make sure that you can understand that, but we are doing, each person does one, and you do it and turn it in as a group. So one per group member, but you're gonna, one user study and one finding per person. Coordinate amongst yourselves so you don't give me 5 of the same findings or whatever. That's due at the end of the week. That should be easy because it's just, take a video of somebody trying out your app and then look for one thing that you've learned from doing that. Remember, you're going to want to, when you do a user study, you're going to want to film the actual app in some way. So make sure you can see the screen. So film over their shoulder if you want to, or film them on a screencast, but make sure you can see the screen or else it's going to be hard to go back and learn from that. All right. Next up. All right, so today we're going to actually do a user study. Y'all are going to try and give me feedback on a prototype that my researchers are making in my lab right now. But to do that, and we're going to use you guys as kind of experts in user experience. We're going to see how much y'all have learned over the course of the year. So you're going to give us feedback on this prototype. But before we get you to try out this prototype, you're going to need to know a little background. I see a couple questions here in the chat. Let me address those real quick. Somebody's asking, do we submit individually or do we submit together? That's for the Friday deliverable. That is submitting as a group. And the reason you're submitting as a group is because you don't want to have all the same findings. I want to make sure that you get, a variety of findings from user studies. So make sure you submit as a group and make sure you have at least one finding for each person. All right, so I think that answers that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 quick videos so you have some context around what you're going to be working with today. And then we're going to actually get you to try out something, and then you're going to give us feedback on it. All right, so pay attention because you need to understand a little bit of background. This is a study that we did on making it easier to program robots, and this is a little bit of background you're going to need to do the user study today. So this is a project we did on making it easier to program robots. Oops, let me press play.
The new wave of collaborative robots designed to work alongside humans promise to bring the automation previously seen in large-scale industrial settings to new, diverse contexts. Yet one major barrier to adoption remains: programming. As of now, it takes years of training to learn to program robots. To solve this issue, we have applied ideas found in Scratch. Scratch is an easy-to-use, easy-to-learn programming language that has enjoyed wide success in childhood education. Using its concepts, we created an interface where users can click and drag commands to direct the robot. This empowers adults with little or no prior experience to program a one-armed industrial robot. This new programming environment is called CodeBeats. To evaluate, we conducted a user study with 67 adult novices comparing it to 2 widely used tools, ABB's Flex Pendant and Universal Robot's Polyscope. Using CodeBeats, users completed at least 21% more tasks, and they completed them at least 37% faster. CodeBeats not only improved their performance, but it also improved their experience. In a post-experiment survey, CodeBeats users rated it as easier to use and easier to learn, in addition to rating it almost twice as high in overall satisfaction. Collaborative robots stand to revolutionize the landscape of robotics, bringing automation to small factories, labs, and workshops. For collaborative robots to reach their potential, they must be programmable by non-experts. The dramatic results of this study suggest, as never before, that we are on the verge of making this a reality.
All right, and I know y'all have seen that before, but the idea is just to jog your memory. Again, this project was all about making it easier to program one-armed robots, and it was doing that by using a block-based approach, kind of like MIT Scratch, to make it easier for non-experts to program robots. Now, the project, let me go to the next page. The project we're going to talk about today, though, and the one that y'all are going to try, is actually kind of the next level of that, okay? So before, we were programming one-armed robot that was stationary. As you can see in this video, there now exist one-arm robots that are on a mobile base. I'm going to show you what these are used for just to give you an idea of the background of this project. But this is somebody else's project. I just want to give you an idea of what a mobile robot with an arm on top could be used for.
Meet the Robot Chemist, a mobile autonomous worker that has been designed to offer a helping hand around the lab.
We started the project around 3 years ago, and we'd never worked with mobile robots before. We've worked with automation, but the first few months were spent really just learning how to drive the thing around the lab reliably. What we've done unusually is to use a mobile system. That has advantages because you can really drop it into an existing lab and without much modification use equipment which is already there. To some extent, if a human can use the equipment, the robot can use the equipment.
This robot helper has been designed by chemists at the University of Liverpool to help them in their research into developing photocatalysts, which are materials that help produce hydrogen from water using light.
So the robot, it communicates with a software control system wirelessly. It needs to be wireless because it's moving around a large space. The robot weighs out the solid catalyst, it dispenses the liquids, it shines the light onto the samples, it measures the outputs, which is hydrogen, and based on this output, the hydrogen emission from the experiment, it then makes a decision about what to do next.
Just like a human chemist, this robot needs to be able to adapt its workflow based on the...
All right, so now you have enough context to understand what we're going to be doing today. We have created a new environment for programming mobile robots, okay? So it's an environment that allows you to program a robot that can drive around your lab and do things at different lab stations. And we've designed it in such a way that we believe non-experts can use it. Much like we did with the single-arm robot that was stationary, we made that easier for non-experts to use it. Now we're trying to do the same thing for mobile robots. But of course, that's even more complex because the robot has to drive around first. So what we're going to be doing today is y'all are going to be participating in a user study as not an official one that we're going to publish, just as a one where you give us feedback on this prototype. And you're going to be doing that as kind of UI experts. And so we want to get your feedback. Here is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a link, and let me actually go there real quick. GitHub. Oh man, where are we at? Elbow. There it is. All right. I'm going to give you this link in just a second, and you are going to go and do the 2 Canvas design tutorials, 1 and 2. So in a minute, you're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, you're going to do tutorials 1, 2, and 3. And then when you're done, you're going to press the heart button, okay? So in a minute, I'm going to give you this link, and you are going to you're going to go do tutorials 1, 2, and 3 on the 2 Canvas design, and then you're going to press the heart button in Menti when you're done. Just to give you an idea of what this looks like, here is our mobile robot with, right here's our robot. Here's some stations that you can interact with. Here's what the design looks like. For instance, you can create a new task like pick up green, let's say, and I'll do that at station A, so that picks up at station A, and then I have to actually tell it what to do at station A. So I could do things like, hey, let's pick up an item, and I have to define a location. So the location I want to pick up is right here in the bottom left. And so now it would pick up the item from the bottom left. And if I went and hit run program, you'll see this guy. He'll move up here and he'll pick up the box from the bottom left. Okay, so I'm going to put this link in the chat. And what I want you to do, and this will probably take a little while, but not too long, is go through tutorials 1 through 3 and press the heart button right here when you're done. I'm going to be playing some music. I'm going to be here to answer questions. Go to that link. Use the 2Canvas version, which is the version, I'll go back, on the left here. Use this version on the left here. And go through tutorials 1 through 3. 1 through 3. Go, 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 go. Let me know if you have any questions and hit that heart button when you're done so I know that you are done. So go ahead and try and make that happen. I'll be playing some music kind of more quietly than normal, but let me know when you're done.
I became exactly what I wanted to. I became a millionaire at 22. Telling girls I love them and they love me too. Ooh. I don't question if they mean it cause I know they do. Started being me when I realized it was okay too. Middle school bumping Waka Flocka, all they do. First album and I know just how it's gonna debut. Track 3 is why I tell her we gon' rendezvous. I'm signed to the gatekeepers. Don't believe the gossip cause it ain't true. Half of the dreams I had already came true. And they never told me anything I couldn't do. I got a mirror in my room I like to look into. At 17 I never thought that I would look this cute. Classmates can't believe the place I took it to. If I didn't rap then I would be a good masseuse. Fun fact, but it's a hidden talent cause she rubbing my back. All these different cities I'm becoming sidetracked. She leaving my hotel wearing something I packed. My wardrobe spread across the whole map. Jay Wise used to book me for the open mics. Kills me when they act like this was overnight. Like we didn't do a tour in a tiny van. 8 deep at the show, it might be 8 fans. That builds character, something y'all can probably use more of. If I told the truth to her, I know she'd be tore up. They love it when I rap and I don't even put a chorus. Turkey on ciabatta from the deli, shot to Moras. 30 grand to show up, we might as well pour up. Fake handshakes, we know you ain't going for us. Ooh, it's something about your aura, I know. On the face of my city, co-signed by Diddy. Hard liquor, I'm hotel with some biddy. Gotta doing my bidding. You changed, no kidding. Wasn't always this pretty. Run with me, I'm fitting. 4th quarter, 9th inning. Ain't no way we ain't winning. Back home for a week. Ain't no way we ain't sinning. If she came to stay with me, ain't no way she ain't pretty. Got the 808 hitting. Y'all some internet thugs. Won't come face to face with me. Y'all would hate to play with me. Tell me tuck it one time. She'll pay to stay skinny. I done been on that road. I done ate some great Denny's. And some Cracker Barrel, little brother with me selling Jack Apparel. She a rich girl, she done had Camaros. Cheap it 2, keep it Willie Caballero. White boy with a little habanero. I just hit 100, I was at a 0. I'm a big boss, you just at a bureau. Hometown hero, tell him at a mural. On the face of my city, co-signed by Diddy. Hard liquor, I'm hotel with some biddy. Gotta doing my bidding. You changed, no kidding. Wasn't always this pretty.
I'm the man of my city. Can't with me. Book bag 350. Got my hand on my blicky. My swag on dance for real. First come, then I'm paying the bills. Bums, they got nowhere to live. Ain't chasing nothing but me some M's. I ain't beefing with them, they kids. I should put them over my knee and spank them. I was thinking that they would've been thankful. Pretty she be killing them angles. We turn a killer right into an angel. I start demolishing when I'm angry. But don't be following me, that danger. Still in the apartment, my little hitters banging. I ran my projects before I was famous. Straight from the bottom, you know I ain't changing. Everything in cash, you know how I play. Like I love her, she know I ain't stand. Pass it the dog, and you know how I play. Act like I'm dumb, but you know I ain't crazy. Big baby. On the face of my city, co-signed by Diddy. Hard liquor, I'm
Hotel with some biddy, gotta doing my bidding. You changed, no kidding, wasn't always this pretty. First name, last name, date of birth. Make a bet, sign paperwork. Once the ink dries, can't say a word. Just another day of work. Keep the even though I love you, you should say it first. She in med school, I wanna date a nurse. I know you've been hurt, I don't wanna make it worse, but I know that I'm liable to make it worse. Yo, oh my, she's so fly. 9 to 5, but she wanna be somebody. I can tell you need somebody. Put that thing on me, cause I need somebody. Girl, I'm at the 21 seat, come find me. I want you to be the one I keep beside me. Baby, don't stop, can you keep massaging? I know that you probably think I keep some thotties. But that's besides the point. Got the windows tinted, can't find you, boy. Lock it down, have the hours at a private joint. They treat me different in the city, on the pride and joy. Got a couple old flames that I'm trying to avoid. Got a couple things with me she ain't tried before. Well, what you waiting on? Oh my, she's so fly. 9 to 5, but she wanna be somebody. I can tell you need somebody. Put that thing on me, cause I need somebody. Girl, I'm at the 21 seat, come find me. I want you to be the one I keep beside me. Baby, don't stop, can you keep massaging? I know that you probably think I first name, last name, date of birth. Make a bet, sign paperwork. Once the ink dries, can't say a word. Just another day of work. Even though I love you, you should say it first. She in med school, I wanna date.
Don't forget, when you're done, hit the heart button in Minty.
Know that I'm liable to make it worse, yo. I played you my first hit before it dropped. You were in the driver's seat and I was on the aux. You made this thing face, that's how I knew it was hot. Looking back, I gotta wonder if you would've thought that my life would've changed like this. That every station in America would play my that I would do a remix and I could take my pick of any rappers that I wanted and they get on this. I can't imagine you did the way you see it. Ain't no way that I don't have a new and it ain't fair, cause you know I got a whole lot of friends that's gonna tell me who they seen you on the avenue with. The playing field ain't level, that's how I engineered it. You don't know when I'ma pop up and when I'm disappearing. Lately it's been something I don't really like in your spirit. Wallace Lane made the beat and nigga John engineered it. She ain't flying in spirit, she's a delta, not the kind with the pyramids. You got something that I'm trying to experience. Leaving comments, got them all getting curious. Couple phone calls, now we calling it serious. I say I'm in love when I fall for appearances. It's a lot of clubs trying to call for appearances. Last one I did, I caught a vibe with the bottle girl. Told her that I'm leaving, but I call when I'm here again. That was West Virginia, don't know when I'll be there again. People in my circle wondering when I'll be arrogant. Feel like they can't wait to say I stepped out of character. She said that she wanted me to take care of her. She said she want me to London in person. She said do your thing long as I don't embarrass her. Damn, I ain't even get to test out my character. She ain't flying in spirit, she's a delta, not the kind with the pyramids. You got something that I'm trying to experience. Leaving comments, got them all getting curious. Couple phone calls, now we calling it serious. I say I'm in love when I fall for appearances. It's a lot of clubs trying to call for appearances. Last one I did, I caught a vibe with the bottle girl.
Don't forget to hit the heart when you're done. We have 41 people in the stream now. We're definitely going to wait until we got at least 20 hearts. So don't forget to hit that or else we'll get stuck here forever.
I know you hate the way we drifted, but we both decided this party and we lived it. So what's up? I'ma sip my drink and crack a big smile just to see if I can still get you, cause it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a minute now. Your friends just started listening to my music, but I've been in style. You say that I play too much, but we both know I've been a child. Asked you when you got to town. You say that you been in town. It's f***ed up. So you just wasn't gonna hit me? Looking like this, you thought it wasn't gonna tempt me? I'm sorry, but you ain't gotta bar me up. You should come and step into my world just like Narnia. I won't do no harm to you. Come on, let's find a quiet spot. How's your sister and your niece? Does she still cry a lot? Who you talking to now? Are y'all about to tie a knot? Hope not. Speak now, hold your peace. I will make that show stop. Remember back when I would come and spend the night at your house? Wake up by myself in bed cause you be at the stovetop. Walk inside the kitchen, put my hands up. Let me stop. Please excuse me, I know these are heavy thoughts. A man's greed can't see the things that he's already got. Did up between us cause I wanted you in every thought. Things would only worsen when you let me rock. Your bestie tried to warn you, but you told her that he said he'd stop. You used to say her man was trash and tell me about the way he'd act. I would shake my head until I realized I'm the same as that. Now I wonder, did she tell her man that I'm a trash dude? And would he shake his head until he realized he was trash too? I know this reunion's unexpected, but it's past due. At least if you ask me, I won't ask you. So what you about to do? I know you hate the way we drifted, but we both inside this party and we lived it. So what's up? I can tell who's on the way out. 25 show, check the payout. I ain't going home, I'ma stay out. Motherfuckers hate you when they looking for a way out. I just sit back and let it play out. And she gon' let me hit it any day now. What you gonna say now? My ex-girl got a bait now, but she still let me stay now. I got a Dallas and an H-Town boo. Got a baddie out in Cape Town too. Whole gang eating steakhouse food. Get the check, I ain't checking what it came out to. I tell promoters I don't talk about the money. You know who they hand the envelope to. Big John got the cash and he been the go-to. Heard the beat told Nicky put it in the Pro Tools. Got a fountain on the chain and it's indigo blue. Might fuck around and get a gold tooth. I'm a restaurant goer, never been a Whole Foods. She gon' listen to the song, say this shit the whole move. I'm in the mountains out west on a tour bus texting the chick I used to mess with. Got her in the bed doing video shoots. Tried to send one to me, but it didn't go through. Damn, she gon' let me hit it any day now. What you gonna say now? My ex-girl got a bait now, but she still let me stay now. I can tell who's on the way out. 25 show, check the payout. I ain't going home, I'ma stay out. Motherfuckers hate you when they looking for a way out. I just sit back and let it play out. And she gon' let me hit it any day now. What you gonna say now? My ex-girl got a bait now, but she still let me stay now.
Yeah, I get paid to do me, that's a fact check. I run it up, then retrace my last steps. I'm in the eardrums talking about assets. Do you wanna? Hold up, I ain't even asked yet. She got her hair done, she finna need it redone. What up, so good. Stuck it in, damn, that almost made me preak. I let her give me some advice like I need some. Booked up, tell her dumb, read some. I'm anointed, I'm the boss. I done came out of pocket so much, you thought that I was disjointed. They pointed me towards your disc, I'm disappointed. My ex treat me like I ain't there. What happened to the feelings and love that we still share? Just like the girls who got my name tatted and covered up, I know deep down, under the surface it's still there, still there.
She gon' let me hit it any day now. What you gonna say now? My ex-girl got a bait now, but she still let me stay now. I can tell who's on the way out. 25 show, check the payout. I ain't going home, I'ma stay out.
Looks like we got 18 people that have finished so far.
I just sit back and let it play out.
Once we get about 2 more, we're going to be moving on to the next step. Don't forget to hit the heart if you have finished.
Girl got a bait now, but she still let me stay now. Just saying, came in with an F and 2 girls with him told me he ain't got a preference. I done broke down and I asked a few questions. Had last week and
All right, we're going to go ahead and move on. Thanks to y'all that have completed it so far. If you need more time, that's okay. Just take more time. I'm not going to say anything groundbreaking here. What I do want to say, though, now as we're moving to Gradescope, after you finish those 3 tutorials, I want you to do Gradescope questions 1 and 2. Only 1 and 2. This is on Studio Day 7, I think it's called. Studio Day 7. Questions 1 and 2. Do not do question 3 yet. Questions 1 and 2. And again, hit the heart when you're done. Questions 1 and 2 in Gradescope. Let me know if anything is confusing. You will be graded on the quality of your feedback. So even if you've done it, it looks like at least one person has kind of jumped ahead and done it. I want you to make sure that your answers are high quality, detailed. You want these to be as detailed as possible. Upload screenshots if that helps you. You want these to be, as good as possible so we can understand both the good points and the bad points about this prototype. What feedback would you give to fellow UX experts if you were working in a company after trying this out? Gradescope questions 1 and 2. Hit me up with questions in the chat if you have any.
I'm everything that I said I'd be, everything that I bet I'd be. All the kids that I grew up with, they see me out and congratulate me. Couple of them just graduated, couple of them done had a baby. But all of them look at my life and say that's amazing. I say thank you like 20 times, try to talk about something else, reminisce on some funny time. Truthfully, I'm not comfortable with getting all the praise. Even more when y'all get to drinking and start telling me all the things that you really think. Like what I should have done differently, what you think of my energy, the downsides that come with being friends with me. I can tell you think this is the realest that anybody's ever been with me. But luckily I got PG, and luckily I keep them with me. I keep it humble so you can have a good time. I keep it light so you can have a little shine. And I sleep at night just fine. I tried to be kind, now I'm speaking my mind. Make them like a little less harsh, something like that. But it's in that good world. Right here. Once people lose touch with you, they start to hate you, start to show you their true nature, start to be the ones in the comments that's talking about you like you a stranger. Talking about you like y'all didn't have class together. Talking like you're not humble now, or you acting better. Speaking on the things you've done that they haven't ever. I play the game, you watch the game like Adam Schefter. I created this added pressure. I'm the one that made Jack get better. Tone it down, I could never. Oof. All the grades caught all the hate. All the rappers I love most at one point got called a fake. Everybody seemed to know the song that I ought to make, know the route that I ought to take. I put too much work in to just call it fate. But I keep it humble so you can have a good time. I keep it light so you can have a little shine. And I sleep at night just fine. I tried to be kind, now I'm speaking my mind.
I told your brother this, I'm gonna tell you this. This is probably advice I've given you frequently, and probably will continue to give it to you frequently because it's made a difference in my life. Take some moments today during the shoot to look around. Look at the faces of all the people you brought together. Watch their reactions. Look at the joy on their faces. Take a moment to really absorb what you've created, what you're creating, and try to savor it. I know that you and I are built the same and that it's never enough. There's always some other thing we want to accomplish, but just lean back for a moment today and really comprehend the greatness that you've made. Love you, babe.
I can't hold your hand this time. filled to the brim, but you should still go be with him. I can't hold your hand this time. I can't fold my plans this time. We bout to hit a cut and get smoky. Hit a couple spots where they know me. I am not a visit to your mommy. I got a couple mommies on call that's about me. Ask about me, ask about me. Ooh. She ain't got no boundaries. Don't be surprised, baby, look at where you found me. I'm just as dirty as the you see around me. But you can bet they know about us. It's a circus, it's a show around us. Told me she ain't going out much. She don't wanna bring you around us, cause I'm the creme de la creme and it's filled to the brim. But you should still go be with him. I can't hold your hand this time. I can't fold my plans this time. We bout to hit a cut and get smoky. Hit a couple spots where they know me. I am not a visit to your mommy. I got a couple mommies on call that's about me. I apologize for making you feel special. 80 proof liquor inside of my blood vessels. Light beams hit off the side of my watch bezel. 22 and popping, I feel like I'm on schedule. Hey, don't be so naive. Don't get in your feelings, then try me. Nothing wrong with a side piece. Hey, go ahead if you try and leave. Cause what's a 9 to a dime piece? What's a headache to a youngin' trying to find peace? What's one girl to a couple side me's? What's a chase when they down to come and find me? Never seen her around, said she went to Shawnee. Told me this ain't really my scene. Well, baby, this is my party and the drinks all free. So have a good time, it's on me. Cause I'm the creme de la creme and it's filled to the brim. But you should still go be with him. I can't hold your hand this time. I can't fold my plans this time. We bout to hit a cut and get smoky. Hit a couple spots where they know me. I am not a visit to your mommy. I got a couple mommies on call that's about me. That I would change, but I'm the same guy. Blamed it on my youth, but I know I've had time. And when it comes to you and I, all that I ever did was tell lies. Am I gonna keep this up till I die? Does it add up when you do the bad stuff? Time keeps moving past us. If they gon' shoot, then I pray they end up shooting past us. Temptations that I knew to pass up, but I didn't. When I said I love you, know I really thought I meant it. Can I go to heaven? Is it time to put my bid in? I'm no longer a kid, I should probably quit the kidding and the playing. I wanna do the right thing, man, that's all I'm saying. I can't keep blaming entertainment and the money and the fame that I've been attaining as a reason for these girls that I'm entertaining. I can't keep
All right, we got a couple people that have finished. Don't forget to hit the heart button when you're done.
blamed it on my youth, but I know I've had time. And when it comes to you and I, all that I ever did was tell lies. Am I gonna keep this up till I die? These are my confessions. Couldn't say it to you, so that's why I booked this session. The company I kept and I slept with kept me from being all alone with my reflection. Trust me now, I know that you a blessing. All these white lies are growing to life size. I don't wanna split, but I know it's the right time. You don't wanna look, but you know there's a bright side. If you got a feeling like mine, sing it like I can't keep it slide. Thought that I would change, but I'm the same guy. Blamed it on my youth, but I know I've had time. And when it comes to you and I, all that I ever did was tell lies. Am I gonna keep this up till I die? from Kentucky, but this ain't no fucking Dixie Chicks. This is not Route 66. She step out, take like 50 flicks. I'm way too selective with the folks that I get mixy with. She said that's a lie, boy, you a thot. Just left out the city, it was high. Think they fucking with me, but they not. I just cannot stop, I'm about to buy my bro a drop. She came to kick it with her friends, they taking shots. I'm a hot shot. Hey, met her at the club and I took her to the casa. Get bread nonstop, know my name, ring a bell like Raja. From the city like Rondo Rajan, but I'm from the white side like Hassan. Yo, way too fly, but I'm not trying. Ooh, had y'all's fun, but it's my time. Ooh, chain go bling, I ain't talking about hotline. Young and I got time, but I finally got one, it's about time. Make the whole city shine every time that I shine. Let me know now if you're not down, cause you left and you're not round. Need a true left in a hot brown, go ahead, let that top down. I'm from Kentucky, but this ain't no fucking Dixie Chicks. This is not Route 66. She step out, take like 50 flicks. I'm way too selective with the folks that I get mixy with. She said that's a lie, boy, you a thot. Just left out the city, it was high. Think they fucking with me, but they not.
All right, we're at 15, 16 people that have done this grade scope 1 and 2. So I just want to mention the next steps. Next steps is to complete the 2 canvas version of task 1 and 3. Here is task 1 and 3 on the same page. I'll put that link there again, just in case you lost it somehow. All right, so now we're going to try task 1 and 3. And these are tasks that you have to program yourself. These are not tutorials. These are just tasks. You can program them using whatever skills you learn from the tutorials. And after you're done, press the heart button and go ahead and move on, of course, to grade scope question number 3. So you're going to do task 1 and 3, and then afterwards you're going to answer grade scope 3. Let me know when you're done with task 1 and 3 so I can go ahead and so I can kind of feel where y'all are. All right, go ahead and get started. Again, questions in the chat.
I just cannot stop, I'm about to buy my bro a drop. She came to kick it with her friends, they taking shots.
Yeah, white gold over my chrome heart, 10 been sloppy. I ain't got no card, I don't feel nothing for the most part. Fat boy drive this like a go-kart, slide through the op block, shooting out blow darts. I've been rich before I signed. Shirt cost 5 word one time. She don't slurp, get out my ride. Run my city, you can ask my ops. Love my thoughts from mouths like mops. Shirt off, chains on in a drop. I spent 20 G's for a clock. Put a Billy GT in my mouth. We don't sell CDs out this house. Still got in them like what's a drought.
I'm from Kentucky, but this ain't no fucking Dixie Chicks. This is not Route 66. She step out, take like 50 flicks. I'm way too selective with the folks that I get mixy with. She said that's a lie, boy, you a thot. Just left out the city, it was high. Think they fucking with me, but they not. I just cannot stop, I'm about to buy my bro a drop. She came to kick it with her friends, they taking shots. The ones that hate me the most look just like me. You tell me what that means. Make a slick comment and see what that brings. I seen it go down, we can reenact things. Extreme like BMX sing. These boys in they PMS sing. People in the city see the movement occurring and say, my God, I wanna be in that scene. Damn right you wanna be in this scene. She had the video trying to be in this scene. Used to fantasize about being this scene. Bluegrass girl, but she got big dreams. Can't touch me, I got instincts. Locked in the house, but I'm plotting things. I brought a gang to the party with me. 5 white boys, but they not in sync. What y'all think? Everything that you say about me. My dogs like to play Madden in 2K, but one thing they don't do is play about me. My homeboy Tyler, he playing South Beach. He told me this summer he gon' fix my jumper. I told Boy Wonder that we might got a thumper. I've been trying to pop, now I'm on like Shumper. Now they on my bumper. Green room chock full of all my comforts. Hotel room like heaven on earth. Got angels in my bed with some all white covers. Ace Pro Nemo, Lucian Keys, Sloop Clay Tufo, and I got a few more I call my brothers. I got a lot of flows and they all like butter. Ooh. You know what that means. I came home nice, but I'm going back mean. I'm about to globe trot when they know a vaccine up. Zach lost, but they know exactly what's going on. Made a mill and I don't know what to blow it on. I tell a critic shut up like my show is on. Give a t-shirt to her, said throw it on. She want a mini high school classmates, I'm growing on. My peers ain't popping, they don't know what's going wrong. Y'all well dressed, but you ain't got soul and you just can't sew it on. I'm trying to tell y'all boys, I got a few songs I can sell y'all boys. I tried it back then, it was hell nah, boy. Now I'm in a box like a Kellogg's toy. The ones that hate me the most look just like me. You tell me what that means. Make a slick comment and see what that brings. I seen it go down, we can reenact things. Extreme like DMX sing. These boys and they PMS sing. People in the city see the movement occurring and say, my God, I wanna be in that scene. Damn right you wanna be in this scene. She had the video trying to be in this scene. Used to fantasize about being this scene. Bluegrass girl, but she got big dreams. Can't touch me, I got instincts. Locked in the house, but I'm plotting things. I brought a gang to the party with me. 5 white boys, but they not in sync. Turn off the lights. Let the moon shine through the blinds. I can see mine. You know that I'm trying to get behind. Press on your spine. Oh, you're looking damn good. I can't even lie. I'm mesmerized. It's in it's in your eyes. That's it. I like. That's it. I like.
All right, we got about 3 people done. Make sure that you hit the heart button when you're done. And that is done with just the task, not the question.
You need, babe. Hit an instant replay. If I had to get it twice, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now take off them denims. Now take off this linen. I need all that missing, baby. When you call, I'm dipping. Pull up to your spot. I'm gonna get you hot. Listen, we gon' start with that massage, working down your thighs. Baby, I'ma push up on you, feel the size. Show me how you feel inside. If that's mine, then tell me that's mine. Somebody must have shown you how to ride, 'cause you do it right. You not too wild with it. I take my time with it. Baby, you should let me love you slow. I'm not in a rush, girl. I'ma love you slow. Can I take my time? Plus, girl, my love is strong. I'll give you a rush, see. Girl, my love is strong. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song. Give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair, she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego.
All right, and for those of you that have finished task 1 and 3, of course, now you're going to move on to Gradescope question number 3. Now that you have a deeper perspective on how this works, give me more feedback on your better understanding of how it works. So what things would you change now that you have a better understanding on how this works?
I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't involved and it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing a section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and wearing protection. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me, and she tryna get it unfastened. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow, and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed, they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag, they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.
All right, and so that's basically it for class today. Today was all about participating in a UX user study as an expert. Hopefully you're able to complete those tasks and then put the output into Gradescope. I'd encourage you to do that today. Now I just encourage you to finish up now. I don't expect you to have to spend any more time than between 11 and noon. So whatever you can do before noon is great, but you don't need to spend extra time on it. Really just spending the hour that we've had in class is sufficient. So just gauge what you turn in by that, and we'll see how much y'all have learned this semester. So I'm going to stop the stream in just a second. If there's any questions that you have, go ahead and put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to stop the stream in just a second. All right, and there's a question in the chat. Do we need to upload any screenshots for part 3? For any of these, you don't necessarily have to upload screenshots. Just if you need to, if it helps explain your point, you're welcome to do that. You don't need to, but if it helps explain your point easier than writing a long paragraph, like if you can just circle something instead of trying to describe it, feel free to do that. Somebody's asking, do we have a set date for the final exam? Yes, it's just the standard date for a class in this time slot, so you can look it up at VCU's website. I haven't looked it up yet, but it is just the standard date for a class in this website. Class in this time slot. It'll just be the normal time. You can look that up if you want. I'll definitely be telling you, in the last week of class when the final is, but I have not looked that up yet. Another question. Any details of how the final will be formatted? I haven't designed the final yet, but I suspect the final will be similar to the midterm in that there'll be at least one design task, but there may also be a like evaluation task. So I think it's likely it will be one task where you design something from scratch, and then one task where you also have to analyze an existing design. So something like that would be very likely. And somebody else is asking, analyze it like we did today. Kind of. I haven't seen the results of what y'all have turned in today, so I can't say. It would probably be more specific. Like I would have at least 2 or 3 things that I'd be looking for, whereas this particular one, it's more exploratory. Like we're seeing what your feedback is on this user experience. So it would probably be something that I had seeded with some problems, and you would have to, yeah, identify the correct heuristics that made you think that certain things were wrong. So it would probably be more of a toy project, not a real project. All right. I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and drop off. Remember to get that grade scope in today, preferably as soon after class as possible. Don't spend any more than this 1 hour on it that you've already spent. That's my encouragement to you. That's about the level I'm looking for. All right, I'll see you on Friday. Have a good one.